I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
It's like, what's your name? Better than ass like that to blow the picture out the frame. Mommy stay reppin' whenever she step in. Shorty stay fly even during the recession. Long as the hilltop match the dress. I don't care if it's top shelf or feel good to pay less. Shape of a bottle with the walk of a model. Damn, she so mean when she puffin' on that green. Maybe it's the jeans or maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's me or maybe it's you or maybe it's the Jimmy Choo. Lil' mama stay bossin' whatever it take. From New York to Texas on up to Salt Lake. Even at the market, it's like the red carpet. Everywhere she goes, like a fashion show. See, I'm a go-getter, and she a go-getter. Got ice as cold as winter day. You leave your chick with us, come on.
Heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like your confidence, sexiness, all of that is evident. Stepping real smooth like you stepping for the president. Heel hit the ground, body started settling. Ass started shaking, I almost gave you some medicine. Body looking delicate, smooth, elegant. Perched in them heels, relaxing like a pelican, yeah. Girl, you know I like to win. Body looking like a S, watch it as it bends. Go ahead and snake, move like a python. Body too sexy, girl, leave them lights on. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. You know I got the right one, baby. Ray Charles. She rockin' Christian Louboutins, all those pouting. Hard as a mountain, body arched, squirting like a fountain. Once, even twice, but tell me who's counting heels.
It's on me still. See, I be climbing up them hills like Jack and Jill, but I ain't shooting for no water. Nah, it's more like a son or a daughter. I ain't got a spoiler. Look, I'ma pay her own bills, homie, you bet that. I just get behind her and tell her to back. Bend over slightly and give it a tap. He'll sending me Morse codes, tell me to tap that. Twisted in the head, got me twisted like a dread. Take them heads over heels and put them heels over head. Yeah, you heard what I said. Shorty bout bread, and if you think the cat's bad, just look at that ass. In the East Coast, they be like on the real son. In the South, they be like, shorty got a fat one. In the Midwest, lil' mama go fed. In the West, she be jerking all over the bed. Come on.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, okay, calm it down. Hopefully, all is well. Let me get this situated real quick because I've been moving all over the place. So I want to make sure I get this right. All right, so hello, welcome in. How you doing today? I hope everything is going great. And on this fine Sunday, shout out to DisRiz in the building. If you don't know, man, please check him out. He's got multiple channels. DisRiz ENT is one of them, but he also has the DisRiz TV, as well as a few others we'll get into. All right, but he's also sharing this. Thank you again, Steve. He's sharing this on Facebook and on YouTube, and I definitely do appreciate it because I think we got some people that's over there on your side that comes in and enjoys the show. So I definitely do appreciate them coming through and supporting you and supporting us as well. I appreciate that, man. Hello to everybody else. Hopefully everything is going spectacular. We got we got a different show today. I took a little vote. A lot of people said that they wanted to bring some different topics in, so we're gonna do that. I wish we had more people on the panel. Unfortunately, I know everybody's busy and have things going on, so everybody can't make it. But I definitely think that this would be a good dialogue to have amongst the group. But I still do have some great individuals here, man. Some that you all know. And I know one for sure that y'all know, man. She is one of the fan favorites. Please help me welcome in none other than Miss K. Emil. K. Emil, how you doing today there?
I'm good. I'm a fan favorite for real.
Yes, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I appreciate that. Hey, everybody.
Yes. I think you the one that told me you was.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, she was like, look at the numbers I'm pulling in. I was like, oh, hey, okay, hey, they love K. What can I say? L Cool K over there.
We got jokes. We got jokes.
Hey, man, I really do appreciate you coming through as well. And what up to Samantha? How you doing? Hey, Miss K.
Hey, Miss Samantha.
Yes. Welcome in. If you can, please drag your finger across that like button. They say it helps the algorithm, but I have no clue. Matter of fact, I didn't get to tell y'all. So, if you want to, you can hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well. So you can get the notifications after you hit the notifications so you can get the notifications. Hit the bell, something like that. I don't know. I'm new here. Hit the bell so you can get the notifications every time we go live. As well, if you want to share it with people as well, you can do that. It's a small community here. We're trying to grow it into a large one, so that could really help. As well as if you want to donate directly to the stream, you can. At the bottom, I believe, scrolling is the Cash App that you can go to. Any money gained will go towards the studio or the setup and make it better for everybody as well. And I believe that's it. I do have Ace of Spades podcast, which y'all know because y'all are here. I also have King of Spades podcast, which is tomorrow. We shoot that at 6 live. And then, is it 6 or 7? I think it's 7. It's 7. I lied. It's at 7. All right. So Monday at 7. And then we have the Queen of Spades podcast, which is at 6 on Wednesday. All of those are Central Time, or on Central Time. All right. So please come through, subscribe, like, and enjoy, and give us some feedback, criticism, positive or negative. All right. We want to know what you like. We're trying to help, help make it a more enjoyable experience for you. You know what I'm saying? As you buckle your seatbelt and get ready to take off to the next level. All right. So without any further ado, I do have another panelist here. Y'all may know this guy, man. He's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope at DisRizTV. You can also find him at Twitch at www.twitch.tv/DisRiz. All right. You can also find him on DisRiz ENT and DisRiz BoonDocks Review, as well as DisRiz TV, all here on YouTube. A couple of those you've seen already that I posted up. And he also has a bachelor degree from Full Sail University. If you're he does digital cinematography, so he knows a lot about shooting, commercials, videos, whatever. Editing, all the above, man. He's great at it, phenomenal. As a matter of fact, you'll see a lot of this work on his shows as well. So please check him out. And he's got that merch, y'all. He's got that merch. If you want it, man, just go to DisRizentMerch.com. I know a few people that already, including myself, that has already purchased some of his products, and man, they are nice. So please go out there and get yourself some of that fire content, fire products right there, man. Please let me welcome in none other than, I was trying to get the claps working, but my mouse I couldn't find it. None other than Mr. Steve himself, man. Steve, welcome in the building, man.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
Not too bad. You know what I'm saying? We here kicking it. And I'm glad that you're here. You know what I'm saying, to kick it with us, man. How's your Sunday going so far?
Man, it's good. Hot as hell, but it's good though.
Oh, you ain't lying. Yeah. Okay, so for those that also don't know, normally what happens is after the show, we kind of get together. Even some people that wasn't on the show will get together, hit up everybody, kind of talk about it and talk about some other things as well. So what we have decided to do is move this from here from YouTube over to TikTok. All right. So we will be doing a live TikTok. Just kind of kicking it, relaxing, letting our hair down, not being as uptight, but still restricted to TikTok. We might need to move over to the other one that we was talking about before, Steve. We might have to check that out and see what's going on over there. But yes, you can check it out. TikTok. I believe it's at AoS underscore podcast. I want to say that's my handle. If all else fails, try to put in Ace of Spades podcast, but I believe it's AOS underscore podcast. Woo! All right, that was a lot. Okay, so let me see. And Samantha says, "Hey, my son, my other son, aka Mr. Diz." Says that to Mr. DisRiz. Says that to Samantha. Says that to you, and DisRiz said, "Hey, Mama Edmund, how are you on this fine Friday?" Yes, yes, yes. It is a great Friday.
Sunday.
Woo!
It is
It
Sunday.
is a great Sunday. Did I say Friday? It feels
Yeah.
like a Friday, even though I wanted to feel like a Friday at least. But it feels like a Sunday. Yes, yes, yes. It is Sunday. Pardon me on that one. A lot of stuff going on here. All right, so but the topic, man, I really would have loved to have a lot of people here to talk about this because I think that is something to look at. But nevertheless, we're gonna make this thing happen and we're gonna keep it rolling. I did send last minute the video. Did you get a chance to look at it, Kay?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. What about yourself, Steve? Did you get a chance to look at it?
Man, I wrote that script, bro.
Oh man. All right, here we go. So pardon me if I start sweating. I was outside not too long ago fixing the flat on the tire. So I haven't had a chance to kind of acclimate yet. My body's still running hot, and I got these lights up here, so it's all over the place. You feel me? Oh, wait, we got more people. Hey, all right. So please allow me to introduce. I don't have the setup, but man, this guy, you already know who he is. And I'm going to go ahead and let him in, man. Gucci Prophet, what's going
Hey,
on
what's
with you
happening?
today,
What's
man?
happening? What's
What's
going
up?
on,
What's
man?
up?
I'm just super cool and just hanging out, man. Come to see what's going on the good Ace. You know what I'm saying? When we get to it.
Hey,
Yeah,
yes.
appreciate the shout outs too last night.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
I appreciate y'all for being there. I
Yes,
appreciate y'all for
sir.
being there. Thank you.
And that's that profit pressure, man. If y'all don't know, actually, no, that wasn't no profit. Was that profit pressure?
That was Prophet's perspective.
Prophet's
Prophet's perspective.
perspective. Okay, there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
please check that out, man, on YouTube.
yeah,
Very, very insightful, man. I like what you were doing because you were going through the news and kind of talking about it, breaking it down, what's going on, and
yes,
giving
sir.
your opinion on it, man. So I definitely love what you was doing over there.
Thank you. We living in a crazy world, man. This
Crazy,
place is getting
crazy, crazy.
crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. All right. So I got another phenomenal person here as well, man. She's killing it. Let me go ahead and bring her in, man. Miss Queen D. What's up, Miss Queen D? How you doing?
Hey everybody.
Hey, hey,
Hey.
sister.
Hey,
Got Queen
hey.
D
Hope
on
you
here.
enjoyed your birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna, and I'm glad y'all here because I did want to have a couple more people here to talk about this. I
Okay.
don't know if y'all get a chance, Queen D, did you get a chance to look at what I sent?
No.
Oh, so you're gonna get caught off by surprise. What about you, Prophet? Did you get a chance to look at it?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to.
All right. Well, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's actually some of the stuff that I believe Prophet was talking about and Queen D as well of all of us kind of covered over. So it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into this thing. Actually, before we do that, where is my manners at? We usually do this thing called icebreaker questions. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. I'm gonna start off with you first, Kay, and go around the board. All right. So Kay, what's the first thing you drink when you wake up?
Water.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Queen D, what's the first thing you drink when you wake up?
Water. I try to implement lemon.
Ooh, some lemon in there. Okay, okay. And Gooch the Prophet, man, what's the first thing you drink when you wake up?
It's gonna be water. You know, I'm not. I mean, to be realistic, to be honest, the first thing that I drink when I wake up is coffee. But I
Okay,
try to
okay.
drink some water as well. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But you know, it's coffee.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, hey, we keep it real around here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Jakar Lee said, I believe he said water as well. Steve, man, what is the first thing you drink when you get up in the morning?
Hennessy. No, cranberry juice. Cranberry juice.
Okay, trying to clean out that system, huh?
He
Yeah,
was
and
telling
then
the
I go
truth
to
the first time.
Some mornings it is that Texas tea, 4K. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Some
yeah.
days,
Okay,
some
said,
days,
man, hey, that's what I thought was gonna come out your mouth, but
yeah,
you know, I
Texas
mean,
tea.
all right.
Gotta have it.
Let's see, what's the next one? The next one is, what's your favorite summer activity? I'll start with you, DisRiz. What is your favorite summer activity?
Damn. Summer activity, shit, visiting family, really. You know what I'm saying? That's the best time I can get out, especially going back to Chicago because it's clear. You know, there's no snow or ice outside, so visiting family definitely.
All right, all right. Same thing for you, Gooch the Prophet, man. What is your favorite summer activity?
Man, I gotta say, going to the beach, man. You know, I love going to the beach, even though I don't go as much as I like to. But you know what I'm saying? The beach is definitely gotta be my favorite.
All right, bet that, bet that. And Queen D, what is your favorite summer activity?
Sending these kids off. No, I'm just playing. I like going to the beach as well.
Okay, okay. And Kay Emil, what is your favorite summer activity?
Well, since I've been back in the Midwest, it's the little festivals that they have, like farmers markets and little art festivals and different cultural festivals they got going on during summer.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm gonna come right back to you, Queen. I'm sorry, Kay Emil. What's the worst thing you ever did as a kid and got away with? Ooh.
Okay, I was a weird kid. Okay.
If it start off like that, it's gonna be good.
But I don't know if anybody in the family would remember this, but like when you came up to my grandma's house, you open as soon as you open the door, it's like a balcony door right there with some blinds,
Mm.
and there's teeth marks on the blinds. That was me.
Oh, not the blind. We was looking for who was chewing on them damn blinds. It was you all alone.
Mm.
Oh man, he was over there teasing. Teasing, fucking up blinds. All right, Queen D. What's the worst thing you did as a kid that you got away with?
I pushed a bead up my little brother's nose and it got stuck, but I confessed to it, so I got caught in the end.
Oh, wow. You was trying to take him out. Wow.
Po Poppy, man.
You know what I'm saying, man?
For real.
He never
I
looked
mean,
at
you
me.
older than him or he older than he must be the little brother.
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than me, but he was gonna get a whooping for they thought because I lied, so they thought he did it to himself. So I just confessed because I didn't want him to get a whooping.
Oh, that was nice of you then. That was very compassionate because you would have just got a whooping fucking with me. Goose the Prophet, man. What is the worst thing you ever did as a kid and got away with?
Man, to be honest with you, I ain't really I ain't really get away with shit for real. Every time I don't know if it was just like they was on to me or I just wasn't smart enough to outsmart them. Cause shit, I was getting caught left and right, man. Shit,
Oh man, I
wasn't
hear
getting
that.
nothing past,
Yeah, they
wasn't getting
knew
nothing
you
past
better than
them.
you knew yourself.
Exactly. As soon as I did something, I one time I tried to hide a skateboard up under the house. And it's like I don't know if my dad just had like telepathic senses or something. He knew he told me to take the skateboard back. You know what I'm saying? Where I got it from, and I didn't do it. I tried to hide it under the stairs, and man, he found that I was on punishment. Got whooping for lying. You know what I'm saying? I stayed getting caught, man.
Oh no, I hate bet that. Steve, man, what's the worst thing you did as a kid and never got and got away with it?
Hey, I'm like Goose, man. I used to always get caught anything that I was doing, regardless. You know what I'm saying? I stood out. But one thing that comes to mind when you asked that question was I was I was still a kid. I was in my sophomore year of high school, and mama, I was a known getting ass whooped every day. So it was twice a day. You know what I'm saying? And one day I just came in the house. She told me she had caught. Well, no, she had told me to be home at a certain time, and I ain't get in. I got in a little late, and she grabbed the belt. And when she grabbed the belt and went to swung, I juked on her ass and hit the stairs, and she fell, bro. She fell. That shit
Oh,
hurt my heart, bro. That shit
oh,
hurt my heart because
yeah.
when she swung and I moved out the way, she
Mm.
hit the floor. I got my ass whooped, definitely.
Yeah,
Dad, both of them fucked me up after that.
yeah, you got tag team on that
But
one.
but later on, when Dad came home later, but yeah, it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart after I had to help her up, give her some ice and shit. Man, that shit hurt my heart.
I hear that, man. That is tough. That is tough. All right, I'm gonna start this one with you, Mr. DisRiz. I know y'all got a lot of lingo out there in Chicago. So what slang are you really happy went out of fashion?
Man, we still say the same shit. Like everything is still relevant. The things that we said in the 80s and 90s, it's still relevant. Like the younger kids probably looking like, what the hell is that? But you know what I'm saying? The older crowd, we know what we talking about when we say certain things.
I got one that I know you remember.
All right, all right. Goose the Prophet, what says you? What slang are you really happy went out of fashion?
Uh, for sheezy.
Faux cheesy. Okay.
Yeah, that shit was lame as hell.
What I do for sure. And what I do for cheesy. All right, Queen D. What is the slang that you're really happy went out of fashion?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm just gonna agree with Gooch.
All right, bet that one in. K Emil, you said you got one for us. What is it?
Okay, I don't know if it. I think this was just a Chicago thing though. But calling everybody Joe.
Hey, I still say that shit. I
Mm.
say Joe all the time. I still say it. It depends on what I'm talking about. I still say Joe.
Man, Steve G is the mayor of Chicago. I don't care what y'all say, man. Steve G is the mayor of Chicago, boy.
Oh
For
man.
real.
Oh man. Y'all heard it live and direct right here, man. Straight from Prophet. You feel me? All right. So what we actually do is we gonna kick it a little bit. I'm gonna play some clips, man. This is dealing with I'm pretty sure you probably looked at the title, the breakdown of the black family and solutions. If there was a breakdown, I don't know. Matter of fact, let me ask you, Kay, do you think there was a breakdown in the black family?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Queen D, do you think there was a breakdown in the black family?
Yes.
Okay. Gucci Prophet, do you think there was a breakdown in the black family?
Definitely.
Okay. And what about you, Steve? Do you think that there was a breakdown in the black family?
Definitely. I didn't say that a few times. Yes.
Okay, okay. So, well, I guess we all on the same page. So, let's see if we can find any solutions. We're gonna take some clips and check them out. Let me see. I think I labeled this one the um, what I labeled this one the rise of feminism. I think that's the one I went with. Let me see. Mm, all right, yeah, we'll start with that one. The rise of feminism.
what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned, is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrating you? You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay. Well, what about the black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no black professional woman? Are you trying to deny black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
All right. What do we have to say about that, Kay? Well, I believe that he was saying
I
that
say that first off, they need to learn how to listen to exactly what he was saying instead of trying to come to their own conclusions on what they think he was saying.
okay. And what do you think about him saying the system that was put in place to or the system that's put in place caused that to happen?
I mean, I think that it was because it wasn't our fight. The feminist agenda was basically for white women, against their own men. But somehow black women had adopted it and turned it into something totally different than what it was supposed to be. Because if you look at it now, the white women that claim they supposed to be feminists are married with husbands. Their family structures are still together.
Okay.
But look at our family structures, it's all broken down. So that's what I think about it.
I hear that. I bet that. Queen D, what do you think about what he was saying as far as the system being, causing this whole thing to happen?
I think what he was saying is true, especially on other podcasts. We've talked about how the system has caused that division. So I agree with what he said.
Okay. And Goose the Prophet, what do you think? Do you think that the system aided the separation?
Yeah, it's all in their grand scheme, their grand design to break down the black family. You know what I'm saying? I agree with what the brother was saying. He was speaking some facts. The feminine, and I agree with what Kay said as well. You know what I'm saying? And Queen D, I think that that wasn't their struggle, or wasn't the black woman's fight. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of like recruited them into it.
Yeah. And same thing to you, Steve. What do you think about what he was saying about the system and how it changed the dynamic of the household?
Man, I totally agree with that. I've said it a few times, on Ace of Spades. It's just the psychological warfare of the black family. You know what I'm saying? With them infiltrating the Black Panther Party and so forth. It just, I wouldn't say demolish the black structure, black household structure, but it did major damage. It did major damage. You know what I'm saying? But like what Kay was saying earlier, in regards to like, I'm in agreement with Kay 100% on that. And then with old girl trying to cut off, she jumped into conclusions and stuff like that. She not comprehending what he was saying, and that's the problem. That's where it starts right there. When you try to cut a person off, you can't understand what they trying to get across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of, that's how it starts. This is something that me and Prophet, I think all every time we get into this particular subject, I think we see two different sides, and I'm gonna play the clip so you'll know which one what I'm talking about. It's referring to who needs. I labeled it. What I label it?
I think I got a feeling what this is about.
Yes. Where's it at? I labeled it reprogramming who? Let's take a look at it.
We're not asking for you to take a back seat. We're saying that you have got to be astute enough
and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that aggressive thing, this is the thing that the young black man today is not going to tolerate. My old man tolerated it because his old man tolerated it. It came up for years and years and years. But today, the young black man is not going to take it. He's going to be out there as a leader.
White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Okay, how are you going to reprogram men so that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility? And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're gonna get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
All right. I think that young lady said a lot of true things in there. So what I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Kay. Kay, what do you think about the dialogue that they were having? Yeah, we'll start there. What do you think about the dialogue they were having?
Well, first off, I was thinking that what was starting back then is relevant today. You know, women don't know what their role is. They just pretty much took over the man's role and claimed it as their own. And, you know, the men just decided to sit back and watch, so to speak, you know, because they're like, okay, you wanted to do this, you want to do that, go do it. I'm not going to argue with you no more. This what you want to do it, you know, type situation. So, I mean, we pretty much got what we asked for.
Okay. Now what about the when he was talking about the system being used to keep black men in their place and the reprogramming? What do you think about that, Kay?
I mean, I'm not sure as far as if it's instance of being programmed to be a certain way. I think it's a circumstantial situation that made people that way.
Okay. And Queen D, what do you think about what he was saying and what are the dialogue they were having together?
I agree with Miss K, and I think the dialogue was good. It seemed like a friendly debate almost. And I do agree.
Okay. And what do you think about when he was saying that the system was doing its job as far as using black women to keep black men in their place? And as far as what do you think about who needs to be, you know, where does the reprogramming need to start?
Yes, I believe that's true. Like we stated on other podcasts as well, just like how they give the women the system as far as the benefits and the housing, the food stamps, and then they have the women. They make these women feel like they should always call the police, I feel like, on the black man instead of trying to work out certain situations, because they know that the system will be more leaning towards their side and the man will get punished. And what was the other question, E?
As far as reprogramming, I believe the woman said that the man said the women or I think the woman said the men need to be programmed first, and then I think the man said that the women need to be programmed first. What do you think about those exchanges?
Nowadays I see it going both ways, because I do see where a lot of men are not there. Okay, like how he said they used to be, as far as his dad and stuff, I guess, and they're not really putting their foot down or being providers or displaying good leadership. So I think it takes two. I don't think no one. I think everyone should do it at the same time instead of one go first.
All right, awesome. And I'm gonna skip around here because me and Prophet we're gonna have a discussion over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with you first, Mr. DisRiz. What do you think about the dialogue that they had?
Hey,
Um, Go
on
ahead.
some real shit. Queen D, she took the words right out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying in regards to it, especially when it comes to the infiltrating the black family. Like I said it before. You know what I'm saying. I hate repeating myself, but I do it for you, brother. You know what I'm saying in regards to it. With the psychological warfare on the black family, with them infiltrating it, it warped the black female mind in regards to thinking that she's married to the government, or what I'm saying, making it look like she has it easy. You know what I'm saying, to just rely on the government instead of a black man. And like you said earlier, in regards to just calling the police on a black man, that's why so many black males in jail right now. You know what I'm saying, from just stupid things. Now, yeah, it's a lot that's what I'm saying that's done wrong, but when it comes to what I'm saying, like being delinquent on child support for a month and then getting locked up, man, that's kind of pushing it too far. Or he trying to leave the situation, and what I'm saying is she started hitting herself, what I'm saying, and saying that he hit me or something like that, just making up lies and shit. That's why so many people is locked up right now, and they don't know how to combat that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. So Prophet, I want to touch base with you and see what do you think about what he was saying. Um, First and foremost, and then I'll break down the other questions. The muted, bro.
Sorry about that. I think that as far as the conversation goes, I think that the conversation was somewhat healthy. I think in the end she started to try to like she wasn't even following his lead then. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to tell her, you know what I mean? So it's like I guess this like when we come into the conversation is I always say that we need to reprogram the men, or we have to start with the men to get the women. You say we have to start with the women, but I think that what we're saying is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because if we were to start with the women first, it's gonna take the men to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like if the men get together, you know what I'm saying? Us as men, we have to get together and teach the youth and teach the people how to deal with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Or how to, you know what I mean, how to get her mind right, you know what I mean? Because the woman what she's saying is, he don't take what's his, and like, to God nature to be of God or of goodness or of that energy, you know what I'm saying? It's not to take, you know what I'm saying? That's not something that we've done. If we were takers, then we would be where the takers are today. The less melanated people were the takers. You know what I'm saying? Those were the people who took. That's never been in our nature. We just be peaceful with our humanity and everything on earth. So it's not in our nature to dictate and, you know what I'm saying, be like something else. You know what I'm saying? That's wicked energy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that biting that apple, or what I'm saying, that was an example of women kind of gravitating towards that, being misled, you know what I'm saying? So I think we have to start, as us as men got to take the initiative to get our woman right, or our
Okay.
women.
So because you definitely opened my eyes to something when you did mention that it would take the men to do that. So you did open up to another possibility for me. Um, However, I think that the quickest way would be for the women.
I have
Um,
a question, E, when you're finished.
okay. And I think that would be the quickest way because if you look in nature, right? Um, Most of the females, if you had a fit male and a diseased male, which are even a handicapped male who's not able to perform at the same level, right? which one would the female usually normally go for, right? That would probably be the more healthier male, right?
Yeah.
So there's a way to weed out the weak ones, but it would take the females to do such. You know what I'm saying? To weed out the ones, because I do think that there are men that are not aren't good for the community, just point blank, period, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but they're the ones that's also being able to procreate. So I think that if they if I think that it's a quicker route, because I believe in what you're saying, because yes, I do believe that if starting from family type of thing and raising up your young ones to the right way to produce quality quality
humans.
Yes, quality humans. Then I think that that's ground roots work right there, and I think that could be one of the things. But I think globally, or at least here in the United States, if you change the way, reprogram the way that the women, what they choose as who they choose to procreate with, I think that if if that was changed, if the standard was raised, that I think that it could reverse this thing a lot quicker, per se, than because we still got to wait 18-20 years, you know what I'm saying, till the next, then it gets passed on again. But that's like a slow process because we can only produce so many, but the women are producing.
Who is going to reprogram these women?
I think it would take other women to reprogram women,
and
the same way that the women program the women as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, what about the men reprogramming themselves or the men? Because a lot of times I know for some women who do go to these things to get food stamps or health care or whatever it may be, some of them and a lot of them go to the man first to see what they could do about it, and sometimes there's nothing being done, or the man will say where he's supposed to get it from or whatever, and it's like there's no one trying. So what about the men and their accountability in the situation?
Yeah, see, the thing is, women look at the men to do the leading, because whatever y'all do, the women will follow. That's why it's this bad BBL epidemic, because the majority of the men said that's how they want their women to look, and so that's what every other woman, was trying to portray themselves as, because they figured that's what men like. So it's basically what y'all looking for.
I can't necessarily say that that's something that was that was that was generated off organically off men's. Like, I really feel as if, you know what I'm saying, that the BBL was kind of pushed on us men and it was made to look popular. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of men, most of the men that I talked to or I've had encounters with, they're not fucked up about the BBLs. And then, you know what I mean? The most of the time when I see, and this is like on an 8-to-10 ratio, most of the time when I see a woman with a BBL, she's by herself. You know, it's especially a black woman. Like, there's some Spanish women, they'll have their husband, but like most of the black women, you know what I mean, that have the BBLs, they be by themselves. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily know, if that was organically generated off of men, you know. And what I'm saying is as men, if us as men, we say, hey, we're not tolerating this, that, or the other. You understand? This the way it's gonna be. And if you're not gonna be like this, you're gonna be outcasted. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna, we do away with that and we start teaching women, you know what I mean, the proper way to be. And I think that would be helpful in reprogramming the women.
The
Yeah,
only
but
thing,
go
I
ahead.
agree.
I was gonna say though, like the thing is, when it comes to like the BBL factor of it, when it comes to women in general, it's not
So just
it's
so
not the
y'all know, that
male.
was just an example.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna say, like, it's not just the male though. It's the female. It's the new standard now. You know what I'm saying? That's a transgender male or transgender female, whatever, what binary, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? It's the transgender that's doing it. They going out doing this reconstructive surgery. So that's the new end. So to
Yeah,
speak. So
they
that's where
started.
it's
Yeah,
coming
they
in mind.
started it. They
And they
started
want
it,
women to
but
look just like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's doing
Yeah.
away with the
they start.
old hourglass shape type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they started it, but if the men hadn't started going for the women that look like that, then it would all this craziness with that wouldn't be going on right now.
I think
And
that
the rappers and celebrities also made it a big thing, and that's what I think. That's the men that are in the public, not the everyday man. The men that are in the public
and
and the social media eye is the ones that boosted it up to make
and
it
as
that
you
way.
and as we can see, the men now in the public are now advertising painted toes and painted fingernails. So this is something we don't know if this is something that's being forced on them or is this something that they really like, you know what I mean? Or they're just doing it because it's popular or trendy. You know what I'm saying? And who determines the popularity and the trends nowadays? Who determines the algorithm nowadays? So it's not like, you know what I mean, if a person got some, some hot music or, you know what I'm saying, or a great talent or a great comedian or whatever, know what I'm saying, that they're gonna just blow off of that. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's, you know what I mean, it's a lot of politics involved with it. So like I feel like that's just something again, I don't necessarily know if that came from us men organically, you know what I mean? Even though it may appear to look like that on television, but who's in charge of the television? Who's in charge of, you know what I mean? Of having them promote this because as we can see, they're promoting other shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the fingernail polish and all that jazz. So it's just, you know
A
what I mean?
Prophet, I 100% agree with you because we didn't promote all that stuff, man. We didn't promote, definitely not the lashes. No,
Yeah.
no, no guy is over here promoting for the lashes and all the colorful wigs and
Or
all that
them
stuff.
wigs that be
Exactly.
fucking
Yeah, yeah. Nobody's promoting that. It's the women. The women compete with the other women, and who can outdo it the best. That's why you find such an epidemic of people that are regretting what they did and trying to get a reverse, dying on the table. It's not for us. It's for other women and themselves. That's it. It has nothing to do with men because men are saying that we don't like that.
And
yeah.
to go back to what you said earlier, Prophet, about the what the men would have to do to get the women in check. Yeah, but it has to be a proper man because just any man can't do that. Any man is not going to get listened to. It has to be a good man.
That's true. That's very true. So that would take some resetting within the men. I can agree there. You know what I mean? It does have to be a proper leader to lead the women out of the lifestyle that they're into. You know what I'm saying? Because they are not gonna just listen to anybody. But then again, sometimes women listen to some niggas that ain't shit too. You know what I'm
That's why.
saying?
That's why I say you
you know,
have to reprogram the women
yeah.
because the
Sometimes,
women are the ultimate selector of who's chosen to bring forth the life. Right? They choose. Right? We are sometimes just lucky to be chosen. You know what I'm saying? If it lands in our lap, we just like, oh shit, what do I do? Let me not mess it up. Right? But they can easily select who it is, just like I said, in the animal kingdom, they get to select. So I think that the reprogramming needs to be what's hot. Right now, what's seen as hot is maybe how your pants sag or how you look like you got money, right? So that a lot of us like to wear our money on our bodies, right? So that's how
yeah.
we figure, okay, because the rappers and entertainers are doing it, and we see them get women, so that we try to portray that part of it. So we'll wear our wealth on our bodies in order to attract the mates. They'll see, the hot women are going for those type of guys. So well, I want that type of guy. He must be that type of guy because that's what he's doing. He's got the golds, he's got the dreads, right? He's over there looking like Prophet, just a handsome young man, right? And
Thank you.
and they
Thank you.
want a prophet. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
those are the things. So I think what needs to be changed is the programming on how they're selecting the men that they're choosing to procreate with, and what they should do before they procreate, right? I think that should be the reprogramming to help eliminate what we got going on now.
I
Queen
agree,
B.
but even if they're going for the guy that's hot or in or whatever you say, that guy usually is not leading properly or trying to teach or trying to uplift or anything like that. It's usually the opposite, and them basically talking about how they love hoes and all of these things, and that's why it is the way it is.
Wait, but who's talking about they love hoes?
Those type of men that you just described, the
Yeah, it's a
rappers
lot
and
of
the
men
saggy
out
pants
here
and the
too.
men that wear their money on their
Not
bodies
just
and
that.
stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
Yeah,
yeah,
but the
because
women are
they.
saying, okay, here I am, though. Right? They're saying, I like hoes. And women are saying, well, here I am. Choose me.
Well, a lot of women slutting themselves out because they think that's what men want.
That's why the reprogramming needs to happen.
Because that's not what men want. Now this is
No.
I can speak to Ease what he's saying as far as nature. Any straight man, if you put a naked woman in front of him, there's gonna be one or two things that's gonna happen. He either finna hit it or he's gonna resist his temptation to want to hit it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
I'm hitting
like
it. I'm hitting it.
if you put a naked woman in front of a man, he's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So a tongue out, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why it appears that way. And psychologists and people who do who study in advertisement and marketing and things like that, they know that certain colors make you do certain stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, when they put a naked woman, you know what I'm saying? And they've what's the word I can say, magnified it, made it bigger, so the asses are bigger, the titties are bigger, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like it's drawing men in even more. So it's like, it's nothing more than a lure that no different from a fish biting bait on the hook, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why it appears that way. But once you wake up out of that, you like, nah, that ain't really what I want, you know
I'm
It's
what I'm
one.
called
saying?
post nut clarity.
I'm one that won't hit it
Post nut
though.
clarity. I like
Hey,
that.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm one that won't hit it though, because anything that's given to you easy, hey, that shit ain't worth it, Joe. It ain't worth it at all, because it's gonna be
Yeah.
something. It's
But
gonna be something bad with that. You know what I'm saying? That comes with that.
I wouldn't hit it either, but in the case of the majority of most men, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
like, just if we take a lineup of 10 niggas, you know what I'm saying, 8 out of them 10 niggas is gonna hit. You know
okay,
what I'm
Prophet,
saying?
but listen to what you just said. You just
You
said
should
it's like
9 out of 10.
putting bait on a hook to catch a
Yes,
fish. These
yes.
women are trying to catch that fish, whether it's to be their baby daddy and get that check, be their husband and get that check, or whatever. They are the bait that's trying to catch the fish.
And that's true. And what happens is they catch the fish, then post nut clarity happens, and then he's out of there.
But again, you gotta remember though, what bait are you using? Because specific bait catches specific fish. So what I'm saying is the bait that these women using are the ones that are attracting the bottom feeders or catfish, right? They want to prime.
Exactly.
If they want to prime fish, you have to change up the way that they view the catching the
Damn,
men that they
boy, you
want.
preaching.
So
That
uh,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
laughing at me,
you
Steve? All right,
you got
we
yeah,
got
I like that. You know what I'm saying? You
we got
got
somebody
sense.
coming in real quick, and then we're gonna keep the conversation going if y'all want to. I know he
All right.
wanted to add in something on this. Man, y'all put a warm, give him a warm round of applause for none other than Mr. Dizzle himself, man. Mr. Dizzle, how are you
Okay.
doing today, Mr. 4K in the building?
What's going on, y'all?
What's happening?
He was getting antsy.
Good.
I'm a long clap. My bad. Yeah, what's good, man? How you doing today, good sir?
Man, trying to stay out this heat, man. It's 115 out here.
God dang.
Shit.
I'm inside,
Well, I'm glad to see you ain't melt over there, brother. You wanted to add in on the conversation?
Yeah, I feel like the music industry, man, they're weaponizing the black women against us black men. Because if you look at it, it's been I feel like they pushed the narrative, the white man pushed the narrative, like you could have a CEO that's black, but who's the owner of the company? You know what I'm saying? Who writes the check? The majority is probably a Jewish man. So
Yep.
I don't know when exactly it started, or why, but they said, hey, y'all go out there and y'all rap about taking take it from the black man. Break his pockets. Do whatever you can. Okay. Here's the city girls. Oh, the city girls is falling off a little bit. Here's Lotto. She might be falling off a little bit. Here's Ice Spice. It's been a wave.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Back to back.
The little Kim,
yeah.
Foxy Brown era. That's what
it's been a wave. It's been a wave of back to back. Oh, take from the black man, break his pockets, demean him. Where I said any other race? Do you hear Taylor Swift talking about that? Is there a Mexican rapper girl that talk about taking from a Mexican man? It's not. It's just us.
You got Mexican rapper that rap about taking from the black man.
I've heard
exactly. It's not. They don't never. You don't hear no Asian rapper, woman rapper, or artist talking about take from Asian man, break his pockets, do what you can, do what you can to, you know what I'm saying, to demean him. It only happens in our community. So that's what I was saying. I was just giving an example.
I've heard male rappers talk about women with BBLs or bad bodies and women with wigs or getting their hair done and their nails done and buying women Birkins. I've heard them talk about it more in their raps than the female rappers.
Yeah, but the thing is, go ahead. You're muted.
What you have to realize is that women are a market. So a lot of times they cater and tailor to women because they know that that's what you want to hear. So you can go out and buy their music or their movies or whatever the case may be. So I think that's something to look at as well.
They talk about
but at the same time, they turn it into reality. I mean, they're not looking at it as it's just entertainment.
Well, what
they're looking at it as this is real life.
That still puts them in the wrong.
But here's the thing: y'all talk about makeup, and when have you ever heard a man compliment a woman about their makeup? It's just a women compliment the women. We don't care about the makeup.
All the time until they know what they look like up underneath that makeup.
We don't care about
niggas do not be complimenting makeup or encouraging makeup.
Exactly.
And probably not makeup, but wigs and toenail polish. I've heard it in a lot of these rappers' mouths. I get a new wig or keep a new wig or a fresh wig.
Sometimes a wig looks nice. You know what I'm saying? And nail polish looks nice as well. But damn,
I buy a Birkin, so now all these women want a Birkin. It's the male rappers putting this out to make it hot for the women and the other people to want it.
But you know something? I don't necessarily think that, again, who's determining what's popular and what's trendy? Like, we're not in the age to where the nigga with the most metaphors, a Wu-Tang Ghostface Killer type nigga, Big L type nigga, you know what I'm saying, that go in there and spit some hot shit. In order to get that shit played, you got to have a fast-paced beat with a certain type of cadence talking about bullshit.
Yeah, but it's the celebrities that's in the social media and the limelight, and it doesn't matter who it is. It's still wrong coming from that person. That's just like Lotto talking about rip me out the plastic, I'm acting brand new. Now all these adults is putting plastic bags and shit over their face and smothering themselves, trying to rip themselves out the plastic.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
in the club,
a lot on TikTok.
But what I'm saying is that Lotto has I no doubt, I promise you, Lotto, I listened to some of her songs, she's got lyrical content, like her wordplay. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee she got some songs that she done tried to make go, you know what I'm saying, that were not about just pure bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I've come across a few rappers on Instagram, female rappers who spit. You know what I'm saying? Rhapsody, you know Rhapsody Queen D. You know what I'm saying? She be spitting.
Yeah, I love Rhapsody.
These women don't get no airplay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because sex sells. You have to
they're
be
looking at it. So
especially with a woman.
No, sex. That's what I'm saying. There was a point in time where sex, it wasn't all about sex. It was about who got the bars.
Little Kim was about sex.
That's true.
It's always
but you had the MC Lights, the Queen Latifahs. They wasn't about
those
sex.
who was getting. That's who was more popular. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim wasn't just like no super goat back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did her thing, but she wasn't like, you know, iconic status until later on when it became more popular. What I'm saying is when the music first started, it was about talent. It was about who got the best skills. You know what I'm saying? The best penmanship. Now
That's true.
it's been trained. The trajectory has changed to where it's just about pure bullshit. Now we didn't change the trajectory because a lot of people that I bump into when I ask them what they listen to some real rappers unless it's like a young youth. But it's like most of the niggas who love music, they're listening to Kendrick and Cole and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit with some sustenance. You understand what I'm saying? And so we didn't change the trajectory.
But
Us the people, the
Hold on,
labels.
Queen D. All right. First off, Dizzle, man, serious talk, man. Can you do that little Kim dance? The one you do in Call of Duty when the trouble comes. You can't do that one. All right, he in his feelings today. All right, I just want to take a quick pause to check out the check out the comment section real quick, man. Messiah has been going crazy. I think that's the one she deleted. Samantha says, "Hey, nephew and queen,
What's
hey,
up,
Miss
Amy?
Samantha.
What's up,
what it
Amy?
do?" Messiah says, "It is hard to find non-visible flaws." Agreed. But I think that if you give it time, see, that's the problem with the ladies, man. They be trying to rush. Just give it some time. They'll show. Trust me. Ms. Zaya also says, but y'all like real butts too. Yes,
You
we
damn
do.
right. You damn
I
right.
like big butts, and I can't not lie. Ms. Zaya says, create new standards to be upheld within our culture. Start
I
there.
agree.
We are trying to go back in time when we need to move forward. Yes, I definitely think that is could be a
I
case.
agree.
Um, Messiah also says women choose who to procreate with. However, men choose who to give their seed to. Both choices. I mean, you say that, but there's a song called "I Would F Every Girl in the World." That's written by a guy. Okay, so we would do that to every girl in the world. So that's not really saying too much about us on that end. Okay, so what happens is because we would do every girl in the world, it's up to women to select the right one to do it with.
You just gotta have a good pull out game, bro. You gotta know how to like throw your
It's
shoulders forward and pull your neck back, and then you good.
to
You
that
know what I'm about?
MG. Was that
I
How
pull out
about
game.
just wear a
international
condom?
player?
I was
That
about to say,
international
wrap it
player
up.
miscalculated the went to the last pump. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. When you miscalculate that next to the last pump, man, it gets you every time.
Hey, I'm telling you, you gotta throw them shoulders forward, bro. You put that shoulder forward and throw that neck back, nigga. You good. You
There it
good, bro.
is. There it is. All right. I don't want to get stuck on this conversation because I feel like we can go on for days. I thought me and Prophet was going to be going on for days, but the whole panel was going on for days. So we're going to go ahead and move the conversation along. We got some more videos to get to. That was only the second video. All right. So we got some more to get to. All right. So I'm gonna take a quick look at this video. Which one is it? I labeled this one Keeping Up with the Joneses. Let's look at it.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you and love me on the basis of that. You want to always be aspiring to have all those things that's a part of the great middle class white American society. And because I can't deliver these things to you, you say that you are not a man.
With the feeling of racial pride has come new conflicts and new problems. Across America, they meet to discuss.
Wait a minute. I think that might have been the wrong one. All right. So yeah, we'll go off of what he just said on that one, which was the fact that the level of income, right? So now it's crazy because I thought this was something here now, but apparently even back in the 60s, they were comparing themselves to people of more higher mean. And if you couldn't provide that mean, then you were not considered a man in the eyes of the black woman. What says you to that, Kay?
Yeah, I mean, it don't surprise me, but the thing about it is the keeping up with the Joneses have evolved, over time. It's not about, the nice clothes and the status that the men have anymore. It's about the big house, what type of car they're driving, what type of job they have, So it doesn't surprise me.
Okay, and to what you were saying, I think this kind of taps into what a little bit of what you were saying, Queen D, as far as like what's being promoted and as being, you know, the top level, and average people believing that you know, they're not, I guess, good enough if they don't make that type of money, or if their significant other doesn't make that type of money. What says you about that?
Well, from the video clip, it seems like a lot of the same issues that we're having nowadays have been around for a long time. It's just like history repeating itself, I guess. But I do believe that it is true with a lot of women, but at the same time, I don't know. I had a thought that I had a good point, but
Hey,
I
if you
forgot it.
need to, I can come back to you. Just
Yeah.
let me know when I get to Steve. Just let me know if when Steve is over, if you want me to come back to
Okay.
you. All right, Goose the Prophet. What do you got to say about what he's talking about, man? He's talking about women not thinking men are men because they're not able to provide a luxurious lifestyle. Kind of sounds like today a lot of women expect for a man to be making a certain amount of money, even though they themselves may not be even making that money. What says you?
You know, we spoke about this maybe last week, I want to say, after the King of Spades, and I was saying, you know, I asked you guys, I said, do you guys think that, you know, this whole gotta have the bag thing was something that was pushed on us? You know what I'm saying? Because like I I'm not a gambling man, but I would be willing to place a large wager on that an unwesternized African woman in Africa wouldn't give a daggum, you know what I'm saying, about how much, you know, how big the house is, as long as it's a house. You know what I'm saying? Or how much money you got, as long as you got some enough to provide. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that that's just been pushed on us as far as a culture, you know what I'm saying, to go after the, you know what I mean, the person with the most resources, or the person, cuz like from my experience, right? You know what I'm saying? Back when I used to have a lot more money, you know what I'm saying? Um women would just want to, it wasn't even the fact that, you know, I would give them money, because I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I may get them a gift if I'm feeling generous, but, you know, they would just want to be with me because I had the reputation of having money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they'd be cool with a number three out the value menu, rather than, you know, like take me get a steak. They just want to say that they was with me. So it's like I feel like that it goes the same for, you know, when it gets to the bigger fish, you know what I mean? The millionaires and the billionaires. Like a girl don't really care about you even giving her money. She just want to be able to brag to her friends and say, "Oh, you know, he got money," type situation. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that that's something that's been pushed on us.
Okay. Um, Dizzle, what says you based off of what he was talking about, and you know, women not being okay with being, you know, normal or average. They want the expensive, or else you're not considered a man. Based off of what he was saying, what do you think about that?
I feel like that's wrong. Like Prophet was saying, the reason why we get the bag is to get the women, because they're gonna go to the highest bidder. They're gonna go whoever got
Yeah,
the biggest bag. They're gonna go, and
yeah,
because you don't see because you know how you know the rich women or the wealthy women have had the what they call it, clubs or whatever. There's always a certain status you always have to meet, or your husband always has to have a certain amount of bag. You don't see millionaire women with um, women that make 50, 60,000, because because after a while they're gonna, you know, it's gonna start rubbing off, and they're gonna be like, damn girl, you should be, she's gonna become envious and want what they have, you know. And then guess what, she's gonna leave her man and go try to find that bigger bag. But guess what, the grass ain't always green on the other side.
Say a lot of stuff comes with that bigger bag.
Yeah.
man.
Yes, sir. Diz
I got
Riz,
something
man.
I want to say
Oh,
too at the end.
damn, my shit about to go off. I think it'll stay on because Diz Riz is here. So I'm gonna go to you real quick, Diz Riz. I'm gonna have to reset everything, but I'll be back in. When they were talking about the other levels and of income and not being a man if you don't provide such and such, what do you think about what he was saying on that?
I mean, I feel that. I feel the panel in regards to that, that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I want to, my perception is that, like, during the civil rights movement, when they start moving from the South, blacks start moving from the South to the North, I think that's where the infiltration of the black culture or the black family started. Meaning that, what I'm saying, that's when they started incorporating, what I'm saying, like, yeah, the black man can work at factories. He has this certain privileges and so forth, right? And then when they started with the Black Panther movement, when it came to, like, with the women, after that they started offering them child support and all these other government aids, but they had to be less the male in the household in order to receive all. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the bag of this culture, like the panel said, they're always gonna go for the bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? I have a partner. I'm just throwing this out there. That was when I was in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? She was a lieutenant colonel, you know what I'm saying? And they stayed in damn near country club, you know what I'm saying? And she was damn near looked frowned upon. She was looked down upon, you know what I'm saying? Because her husband wasn't working. She had 4 kids and so forth, but she had to work another, a dentist practice or so forth, you know what I'm saying, in order to bring in more money just to keep up with the Joneses, just to keep that status going, you know what I'm saying? And it was unhealthy on her. And I fought the husband too, you know what I'm saying, for him not working. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, like, it takes two to tangle, right? So I would say both of them, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you're letting that lady overwork herself, even though she might enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? She might enjoy it, or she might just be trying to get away from the house. You never know what's going on in people's homes nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But on the outside looking in, I frowned upon not the bag that she was bringing in or the money that they were making, but the stature of the husband versus the wife, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with the panel on that.
All right, bet that. I know, Prophet, you had something you want to say real quick. I'm going to turn off everything. So if you're on YouTube and it drops, just hold tight. Hopefully it'll come back on, and I'll come back in there. But I'm going to let you go ahead and say what you needed to say, Prophet. If I'm not back in a timely manner, just talk amongst yourself. All right. But go
Damn, I
ahead, man.
had forgot what I was gonna say.
Damn, you
I
would do that,
forgot
wouldn't
what
you?
I was
Queen D,
gonna
did you remember what you need to say?
No.
All right. Dizzle?
Yeah, it's kind of like I forgot the name of that movie, but it was like it was a woman, and she was with a dude, and they was happy together, but they was struggling to pay the bills, and then somehow some dude she met up with the rich dude, and she started going out with him, and he started showing her an alternative lifestyle, and I think he started after a while, she got turned on to it, and she ended up leaving him. And then after a while, he started manipulating her, putting hands on her. And then at the end of the day, he gave her AIDS. Y'all seen that movie?
I've never seen the movie, but
It's a Tyler Perry joint.
I think it is a Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I seen that joint.
What's the name of it?
I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out. I forgot the name. I was trying to figure out if y'all seen it or not.
It was a skit on Facebook similar to that I seen. You know what I'm saying? Where the wife was working. She was working at a Fortune 500 company, and her boss was a black guy, and he had the bag. He wasn't the CEO, but he had the bag, and same situation. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say when it came down to it, he ended up approaching the husband. You know what I'm saying? He ended up finding out the husband's number and stuff like that, and they ended up linking up to like pretty much catch her up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying that she had all these good things over here, but she's going for the bag, and then come to find out she about to spread spread some type of disease to her family. So it was something similar on Facebook, and it was like a 10-minute skit or something like that.
Earlier, I was gonna say when Prophet was talking about people listening to certain musics and stuff, and who said this was cool and stuff. Everything is going to the youth now. Like TikTok was designed for the youth. Everything is to change the youth and how control how they think and all of those things. So all of the music and everything, that's why it has to be that up tempo or whatever beat, because it's all about the youth and the younger generation.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I think at first it was Vine, and now it's and now it's TikTok. It was Vine and then Musically or something like that, and now it's TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter, I used to let my daughter play on Musically. You know what I'm saying? And she'd do like 10-second skits or whatever. Being silly and stuff like that. Encouraging her. What I'm saying, her creative side. But now she don't even look at TikTok. You know what I'm saying? She feels it's stupid. And that's surprising for a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got anything else to add to that topic that you brought out?
Man, I'm trying to remember what I was finna say.
Wait, are we still live? Are we
I
still
think
live?
it was something.
Yeah, we still live. I'm watching
I think
it
it was
over.
some. I think it was something Dizzle had said that made me that triggered.
Didn't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember what you had said. Like for your answer.
For the last one, I was talking about when the women. I was saying that basically for men, one of the reasons why we get a bag is to get the women. I feel like the women go for the biggest bag, and I said the women they usually hang out with people of their same status, and if they hang out with people of the status bigger than them, then they're gonna start getting jealous and envious and leave whatever
Oh,
situation.
I remember. It was something that you said. I had to say this. Now, this is where I feel like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like women don't get along with other women. And this is because, like, and no offense to the ladies on the podcast, I'm not saying you, I'm saying most women are more wicked than men. You know what I'm saying? They're more ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Uh they're more vicious. You know what I mean? They're more unforgiving at times, you know what I'm saying? Or vengeful or vindictive. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at all the like some of the queens, like not the queens of spades, but like some of the queens from like medieval times, them like Queen Mary or something like that, like these were some very ruthless, bloodthirsty women. Like and all throughout history, there's like, you know, documents saying, how women work their way up to the top. If you ever watch Game of Thrones in the medieval times, it's always a
Cutthroat.
lady trying to cut throat. They be trying to get their son or they
Cersei?
whoever
You
in
mean
charge so
Cersei?
they can run shit and kid. They don't care who they kill. So it's like,
It
women
was
are
in the
like
Bible
very
too.
yeah, in the Bible as well. You know what I'm saying? Like women are the most vicious. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Now they describe hell as you burning, your flesh burn off, then you get new skin, then burn off, and that cycle repeat forever. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, how they fury can be worse than hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like a lot of women are extremely vicious and dangerous. That's the reason why they have men. Men are supposed to tame that beast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, taming a lion.
You know what? I say what, Prophet. There is such a great segue. Remember what you said, because we about to talk about
Yo,
some.
let me talk. Hold on. Let me
Well,
say something real
I
quick.
can't make the say. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, no. That's what.
Messed up my whole segue, but go ahead.
All right,
No, it's
go
cool.
ahead. God
No, it's
damn.
cool. It's already messed up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna. No, I was gonna kind of speak on what Prophet was saying, because any man with multiple baby mamas know that when they don't have nothing going on, and they feel like the baby daddy's messing up, they will form powers like Voltron.
Man, what?
Any other time they want to talk to each other, they don't want nothing to do with each other. But when it deals with the baby daddy, them niggas will.
The enemy of the enemy is my friend. They don't give a fuck. They band together. They band together to come at that ass. Boy, that shit be crazy.
They're thieves in this motherfucker, man.
I said that it was smoke when you see her. I thought it was pressure when you see her. You
yeah.
Oh man, don't get me to start preaching on this Sunday, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. Trust me, I know. Shit. I know.
Hey man, this Ray say hit the like button and notification of the bell to avoid missing any future videos. You heard? Appreciate you on that one, man. You working triple time over here, man. Thank you so much. This Riz. Ms. Zaya says, so y'all can be held unaccountable for spreading the seed. Yeah, or spreading the love. Sorry. Yes.
And I gotta say, I definitely understand where you're coming from with that, because as men, we have the choice to where we want to put our seed. But women, they more so, we can't go up to a woman unless we finessing and telling some lies or doing some trickery. You know what I'm saying? We can't just get the vagina like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just a smooth talker, you funny, you know, you got some charisma or whatever the case. Even then, it's gonna take work. You can't just walk up to her. Yeah, I want you right there. Come here. Put my seed in you. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that unless you got millions or billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes then you might end up with a lawsuit. You know what I mean? But with women, in most cases, women can say, "Hey, come here, meet me in the back alley," and they be like, "Shit, who, me?" You know what I'm saying? And there you go. You know what I mean? Now we have the choice whether to deposit seed in her. We do. We have that choice. You know what I'm saying? But that would take conquering our flesh and our lust. And if we had that conquer, we wouldn't even be in the back alley. So, you know
From what I've heard, it seems like there's always lies and trickery being told, because a lot of y'all said y'all tell the women what they want to hear just to get the draws.
I do.
Don't
I've never. I didn't tell you no trickery. I laid it all out on the line. You know what I'm saying? You know, me personally, I laid it out. But I have told trickery in the past. I'm not gonna lie. I pulled me some moves.
Because we're hunter
What
gatherers.
your Spanish name was?
Rico. I told him my name was Rico. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, speak some of that Spanish. Como te llamas? I just be saying some shit. She's like, ooh, Poppy. I'd be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm Dominicano. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, why are y'all out there wilding? All right, I'm gonna move on, man, so we can get to this next video, because I think it's very important. I had a setup for it, but somebody ruined it, so we're just gonna go ahead and play it and keep moving. Damn, I even missed it. Okay, never mind. Where's it at?
Seeing that,
What happened?
Feeling of racial pride has come new conflicts and new problems. Across America, they meet to discuss what Black awareness means to their families and to them as Black women of today.
You know, there have been a lot of myths created about the Black family. We all recognize that. And one of the most pernicious myths is the myth of the Black matriarch, you know. And this whole concept, and I think this is one of the reasons that the Black community reacted so negatively to the Moynihan report, because we know that that's not true.
It was not like
the Black woman has not been a matriarch in the sense that it has been defined thus far. And thank God research, and I hope Black research is being done now to reverse that kind of thing. In fact, the Black woman has been a woman at the head of a household, not by choice, but by necessity. And more often, that's right, and more often than not, She is not a strong, matriarchal, aggressive, domineering figure. She is a woman in search of a man. But this story has not been told.
Woo! That was a lot to let's get into this shit. All right, so I don't know if y'all heard what I heard, but I heard a lot. Matter of fact, in search of a man. Okay, let me write that down real quick. All right, so the myth of the black female matriarchy. Basically, saying that the black culture is pretty much ran by women. What says you about that, Kay?
I mean, I agree to a certain extent. I mean, more so now, I think it is being ran, but back then, I think it was being ran more by a family unit because, everybody had grandparents that stayed together 50, 60 years, and Big Mama was the one that made sure that the family unit stayed together. So, I mean, I think it started breaking down in that era when they started with the what was it, the government assistance and stuff like that. That's
Okay.
when I think the breakdown started happening.
Okay, because I'm not, I know that this is going to be dependent on the environment in which you were raised. So when you were young, Kay, were there more two parent households or single parent households where the women were there?
It was a mixture of both because in our family you seen a lot of couples that were married as well. I mean, you will see some single parents, but it was fewer single parents than it was married couples. I mean, they might have been married, a couple of times or so, but they were married.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. What was the percentage? Would you say?
Oh no, I was done.
No. What was the percentage of married and not married? From just estimation.
I would say it would be like 80% married and 20% that were single.
Oh wow, that's pretty high. Okay.
Hey,
Great. Queen D. What do you think about the matriarch, the black matriarch myth? As far as women being the head of the households.
I agree with Miss K, and also in the video where she said a lot of women are put in that position or forced to be in that position to have to be the leaders and stuff like that.
So you said that it is a matriarch.
I said I agree with K and partial the video, yes.
Okay. Okay. So what do you say to the point of? I know she said it was not by choice, as far as women being single parents, not by choice. What do you think about that?
Okay, okay. So as far as I've seen it to where, okay, I think the men have to display more leadership skills and be head of household because some men are not providing and doing things that, especially nowadays, it seems like a lot of men are living off of the women, or the women are the one that's working and providing and taking care of home, taking care of children, taking care of everything. So I agree with that. But then again, I've seen to where um where it's been to where a man wouldn't want to stay in that type of situation, based on how he's being spoken to or disrespected or talked down on, and the assistants and stuff like that.
Okay. Um, Gucci Prophet, man, what do you think about the? Is it a myth about the black female matriarchy? in your opinion?
When you say matriarchy, are you just speaking about women, just strictly about women running the household and working, or are you
Yes.
talking about like okay? Nah, I don't think that's a myth. I think that there are women out here that are just strong set on like, I think it boils down to like them just wanting to be like the man, you know what I'm saying, to be the man in the situation or trying to run away from their obligations, you know what I mean, at home because they don't want to cook, clean and deal with the children, so they rather go work, you know what I'm saying? So like I think that that's what it is because to take it back to give an example, a lot of women they would say, okay, um, you know, you said you wanted this, but I'm gonna give you this because this is what I would want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's the same case, to where it's like, hey, I'm team captain. I need you to play first base, and they'll be like, okay, well, I'm a bat.
You ain't lying.
You
You
know
ain't
what I
lying.
mean? You feel me? And then it was like, well, why can't I bat? It turns into a whole thing. So that's what I think's going on.
You ain't lying, man. Dizzle, man, the ideal of the patriarchy and the well, they say it's a myth of the matriarchy. Do you think that that's a myth?
No, I don't think it's a myth, but I kind of think because if you look anybody in the black community, if you ask your grandma or your mom, ask them to tell you the most powerful story about a person in your family, it's going to be about a woman. It's not going to be about a man because guess what? He either died, went to jail, maybe he got ran off, or what I'm saying, whatever. So, and then she was like, "Oh, it's not about how do you know it's not about choice? You could have. Who knows how So you might. Who knows who ran their man off because they wanted to be they didn't want to follow his leadership, and she wanted to be head of the household. So you talking down on him, you breaking his saying busting his chops. So, but saying so what man would want to be in that situation? He would just leave. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
And
you made that choice to break up the family in that situation, not him.
there it is. And Diz, what do you say about the myth? Is it a myth, the black matriarch? Is it a myth first and foremost?
I don't think it is. I don't think it's a myth. You know what I'm saying? And like what Kay was saying earlier, it was definitely like 80-20 in the Eaglewood area, from like just growing up, what I'm saying? If you had dual parent households, now you did have a few, and that's 10. The females that were single, they were not 10, they were ghetto as hell. So they ran, what I'm saying, that's 10, they ran that household. They man was the one that, what I'm saying, when they got the bag, he worked, gave her all the money, and she told him to shut the F up, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it was. And then that's what I'm saying. He probably got tired of it and left. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was. But when it comes to like, I would say like the history of black families, what I'm saying? I think I'm the oldest, well, one of the oldest on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with Big Mom. And you know what I'm saying? You're seeing two sides. You know what I'm saying? If you have both of your grandmothers at the least still in the picture, you're seeing both sides. Like my mother's mother, you know what I'm saying? She would speak highly, you know what I'm saying, Dempsey, of my grandfather. Now I met him when I was 2. He died when I was 2. So I really don't never interacted with him. But when it came to my dad's mother, she was one of them ones that ran that nigga off. You know what I'm saying? So and it would be a powerful story about her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tend. You know what I'm saying? I raised them. I did this. We was poor. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But nothing in regards to, what I'm saying, my father's father, or what my father contributed to the family, even though he was one of the anchors that helped, that held that Samson side of the family down. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You just get over it. You just leave it alone.
Yeah. Because I definitely think that the matriarchy definitely produces more of a matriarchy. Because I think it's things that is passed down from generation to generation, and you come up with a whole bunch of men under the authority of women. And the women, unfortunately, the young girls grow up to be, to repeat the cycle. So I think that you're going to create a whole bunch of imbalanced individuals without balance. So yeah, I think it's up to us as the leaders to make it happen. Uh, so with that being said, there was something else I was going to touch on, but I ain't going to touch on that. All right, we got somebody new in the building. Say hello to Saints Hills. All right, or I think I said that right, Saint Hells. Yeah, I think it's no. How you say that? Hellas, Saint Hellas. Sorry if I messed up your name. Never heard it out loud. It says was driving, don't want to text. One of y'all said that your music is about getting the bag and dissing other brothers and others. And it made me realize you're right. Asians don't sing about robbing banks. Definitely not, unless they're probably trying to emulate us, our music as well. And then he or she also says not many English songs in most EDM. I don't know what that is. Is
That's
that
that.
okay? I thought
Yeah,
that was okay.
that's the raver stuff.
Okay, all right, a little raver out here. Hey, more power to you. That talk about dissing others or hurting each other. That really clicked something in my brain. I'm a look out for that now. Yes, man, we're all about clicking in brains. So I'm glad that you was able to get that brain clicked. All right. Yeah. So thank you so much for your comment. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next one, which is I call this one redefining us. All right. So we're going to take a look at it and we'll talk about it.
Val's husband, Francis Ward, talks of the struggles of the black family in the past and the obstacles that lie ahead.
It's extremely important for black history and culture to be transmitted from generation to generation. And the best way, the most effective way that this has always been done is through the family, acting as the primary unit of social organization. And I think one reason why it has not been done with black people is because of the destruction done to our family life. So this certainly has to be one function of the black marriage, to begin to reemphasize and to pick up the thread of Afro-American history and culture that has been left off generations ago when Africans were bought, sold into slavery, when the family unit was purposely destroyed.
All right. So he's talking about, I believe he was talking about culture left behind, and how we redefine what it is for us to be marriage and how we move forward. What do you think about that, Kay?
I agree with him, but how I feel is we need to take back a sense of pride that we used to have within our culture. It was we, were more about morals, and how others perceived us. And I think we had fell away from that to where we got to the point to where we don't care. This is us. This is how we are gonna be. If you don't like it, then you know what I'm saying. And we need to get away from that
Yeah, I definitely
because it's
agree.
tearing us down.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Queen D, what says you? Do you think that he had a point?
Yes, I agree with him because, especially from personal experience, those things were not taught in my family, and I was raised in a single parent home. It took my husband to basically teach me my black history and about, yeah.
All right. And what I don't think I asked you, what was your family or the not your family, but your neighborhood where you grew up at? Was that predominantly a two-parent household or a single parent household?
I think by the time it got to my generation, it was switched. So it was probably 80% single and 20% married.
Okay. Okay. All right. And same thing for you, Gucci Prophet. What do you think about what he was saying in the video?
I think that I agree with what he was saying. I think that the reason why we are so out of pocket nowadays is like this is stripping me out, like how far back this goes. You know what I'm saying? Um, they have used social engineering or almost like a hypnosis of some psychological warfare that they have our people under, you know, or the people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been groomed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? And like most of the people I feel like are just gonna fall into that trap, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I do think more and more people are rejecting the program, but it has been a sense of, I don't know, man, 100 years plus of mind control going on.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you break that, right? Because
That's what I'm saying.
I often talk to people, and I'm like, you got the chains, you see the chains, but you're still
Hmm.
saying I'm not enslaved. Like, how do you break that? Do you know?
I you know, I think that, you know, where they're error in that, you know what I mean, is in their design. They've provided us with too much information. You know what I mean? And if a person has a bit of spark in their brain, something's gonna catch them, and they're gonna say, "Hold on," and then due to the algorithm, is gonna feed them more. You know what I'm saying? And more people are waking up with that. Um, but like over in Africa, man, you know, and even in some Muslim countries, man, like a lot of this stuff not going on. You know, at the rate that it's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Because the mind control that they put over here in the West is something, you know, that people never seen before. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, they still have their morals intact over there too.
exactly. Like it's cool. Like being moral, being righteous, that's like the cool thing. And that used to be us. We used to think, man, I'm righteous. And that's cool. That was like you was a cool ass nigga if you was righteous. You got points for that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like they've switched it to where it's like you get points for being slimy. Remember when Young Thug came out, he said big slime? He started calling it slime and everybody started doing the slime. What does slime mean? Slime you out. You understand what I'm saying? Like they've made it cool, you know what I mean, to be treacherous, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and greedy and etc.
So, what was your? I guess I'll ask you as well, if you don't mind. What was your when you were growing up? What was your percentage as far as from single to two parent households where you were at?
Um, it's hard to say. We did move around a little bit. Um, but I don't know. A lot of my friends, some of them had dads, but a lot of them had just single parents, man. You know, when I can think about my friends, you know, that I did have, a lot of the most of them had single parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know a percentage though. You couldn't give out a percentage, none.
Oh, I have to say it's a good 70-30.
So
You
there.
know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right. Um, and same thing to you, Mister 4K. What do you think about what he was saying? And yeah, what do you think about what he's saying?
I feel like it starts when we take the vows, man. People don't want to. People want to leave at the slightest of any
Mm,
inconvenience. They don't want to sit down and talk about it. Now I get there's things are that are just you know what I'm saying, it's just a no go. Like you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
but but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, you can sit down and talk about it and work through it, get some counseling, and then show your kids this is what it's like. This is what's supposed to be like, not only as a family but as a black family. And then that builds. And guess what? They grow up and they emulate their parents. And now we got you know, saying we got like a lineage, you know, a pattern going on. So that's
and,
my
and stop working against each other.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. What would you give your percentage as far as when you were younger, around the neighborhood that you lived in?
Well, I'll say this: all my friends that weren't black, 2-parent households.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's facts. It's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
I had one black family that had 2-parent households that was on my block, just one.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think
a
I had.
major. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say. I think I had one white friend who didn't have a father. She didn't have a father.
Well, I had a white friend. He was one of my best friends, but his mom was single. But shit, they had a lot of money. You know, she came from a family that had a lot of money. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Where would you need a man for that? You know what I'm saying? You don't need no man.
You got a percentage you want to throw out or no?
No, it was just hard to tell because it was like, you know what I'm saying, it was all over the place. Like, I mean, I would say slightly more 2-parent households, but not by much.
Okay. And Mr. Disriz, what do you have to say about what he said about it in the video?
Man, I totally agree with everything that he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Besides the lady cutting him off at the beginning, the narrator. But everything else was good.
But
you know
what
I'm
about?
saying? I mean, I totally agree. You know what I'm saying with what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it like this. I think I threw out there before in regards to my wife being single. You know, having a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much she wasn't even interested in the date. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I want her. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the other ones that I had, I think she gonna be the one. And 20 years later, we still together. You know what I'm saying? But I had to work for that. I had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She just didn't make it easy for me because that was the first thing that she said when I got her number from her. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking to one of her friends. Then her friend was cool, and I was like, what's that? You know? And I was like, let me get a number, or you know, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What's up with her? And she was like, first thing, she was like, I'm not looking to date. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for a relationship. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty much well off. She was an accountant. You know what I'm saying? She was well off. But, you know what I'm saying, just over the years of, you know what I'm saying, well, shit, I wouldn't even say years. In 9 months, we was married. So I did something right within that 9 months. You know what I'm saying? 6 months engaged, 9 months married. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, without me having a child, you know what I'm saying? Or us having kids. It wasn't forced on us. You know what I'm saying? We went with the proper preparation, you know, and proper planning, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that everything, you know, fell in line. And in the beginning, it was rough, you know what I'm saying, because she was coming from a single household, you know what I'm saying, being the male and the female in the household with her daughter or my stepdaughter. But over the years, you know what I'm saying, everything fell in line. And, you know, I can't get rid of her. I can't leave. You know what I'm saying? If I try to leave, she gonna reel me back in some type of way, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you know firsthand. So, you know, it is what it is, and I just came to accept it. And you know, we're on a compromising statute. We just keep pushing.
All right, and what your environment? What was your environment like?
I said 80-20. Me and Kate
80-20,
grew up
same
in
as
the
K?
same.
Okay.
Yeah, we grew up in the same area.
Okay, bet. Okay, so about a good even split.
80%, you know, dual family. You know what I'm saying? 20% single.
Yeah. Okay, that was good.
Yeah, it was kind of hard not to have your neighbor because it was like pretty much all the neighbors were married.
Yeah.
You know, you might have, you know, if their kids, you know, might have been a single mom, you know, within their family, but other than that, the majority of the families were 2-parent households and neighborhoods, and this is the hood.
Hey, it's funny though. It's funny though that now that I think of it, like, and I'm gonna just throw this out there that anyone that was in an apartment was 9 times out of 10 single. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You had a few that was dual family, but 9 times out of 10, you know, speaking from experience, the male was ran off. But if they had a house, you know, it was solid. You know what I'm saying? It was solid, unless one of the one of the mother or father died or something like that, some unforeseen occurrence happened. But anything else, they were definitely dual families and houses.
All right, bet that is.
Yeah, dual parents.
Steve, I was gonna say that was beautiful because that sounds similar to our situation and how it started as well.
Yeah, well, back then, it was, you would almost have to have a dual. I mean, for a black family, you would almost have to have two incomes to even get a house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they gonna make that. They gonna make that motherfucker
Well,
work.
not necessarily because there was a lot of stay-at-home moms too. You know, while the husband worked, because back then they had the factories,
Yeah.
up and running. Steel mills and auto industries and stuff like that. So they were able to, get a house off of one income.
Yeah, I get that. It's always going to be a exception, but yeah, I definitely get what you're saying.
All right, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna take a quick. Okay.
I was just gonna say, that may leave us with the question like, what changed? I think what happened was is they put us in the struggle, and we was in the struggle together. But then they started giving out incentives to the woman. You know what I'm saying? To what I mean, get out of the struggle. You know what I mean? And that was one of the demises of the family unit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they dropped in the
Yeah, because of the stipulations that they put on it.
yeah
Yeah,
in the early '80s. And well, I can just speak about where I'm from. The white man dropped that crack off. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Dropped the crack off in the hood, and look what that did to our families, and how many single parent households that created. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they said, oh, well, I guess the women got tired, and then the white man was like, okay, well, we'll hand you, we'll give you a couple dollars a month. We'll give you some bread, some cheese.
Well,
And
no, that was long before then because it kicked off in the 70s.
yeah. And then, and then the women would be like, well, shit, I'd rather get that than to have to deal with a man and all his nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So,
Then they turn around and be like, I'm independent.
yeah, I'm independent.
All right, let's go take a quick. This is the last video, man. We'll take a quick look at it and then we'll get up out of here.
Finally, I asked Francis about the standards of today's black man as compared with those of 20 years ago.
Standards which white society had projected. I think these standards were that he had to become successful according to the white mode. He had to get a good job, he had to buy a good car, he had to move to the suburbs, he had to rear a good family that went to church every Sunday, that did everything that the typical good American family was supposed to do. And I don't think the black man necessarily is addicted to that notion. I think he sees the falsity of it. I think he sees the total hypocrisy of it. I think he wants to rear a tightly knit family, but not for the purposes that white society says. He doesn't want to rear a family for any sham purposes, just to fulfill some false ethic. But he wants to rear a good family in order to have his children strong, reared in his own image perhaps, and to transmit, most importantly, to transmit the values which he is learning to his children, and to try to ensure as best he can that his children will transmit those same values to their children, and have the same transmission repeated from generation to generation.
All right, that was
That's a beautiful thing to see right there.
yeah. What says you, Kay, about what he said?
I mean, I believe that to be true, back then, but nowadays I think is, about self, you know. They got, because nowadays, some of these men got kids, uh, in a lot of different places, wherever they drop their seed at, and only being selective about who, they take care of, you know. But yeah, back then I think, men, was building it, legacy, was trying to build a legacy. So that's just my opinion.
All right. DisRiz said WIC, EBT, and public aid. was the new husband in the 90s. Yes, sir. Queen D, what do you think about what he said? Because it sounds like he was talking about living up to the American dream as far as when it comes to family, which may not be shared by all. What do you think about what you're saying?
So I do agree because I have this conversation with Prophet quite some time, and it's like if everything was kept separated and we were in our own lane and not trying to compete or compare or have equality with the white man, then we wouldn't be looking forward to being like them or having the same type of things. I think we would actually be further if we had our own schools, own stores, own everything.
Okay.
I
Okay.
agree with you.
Prophet, what do you got to say about what he was talking about as far as trying to keep up with the white standards, pretty much of marriage and family?
I definitely agree with everything he was saying. As far as um, leaving a legacy and passing down good morale and just what I'm saying, keeping good people good humans in society. You know what I mean? I also agree that with Queen D, we definitely do need our own schools and different things like that, and we have to we can't define ourselves with what they say is legit. You know what I'm saying? A marriage is a contract. You know what I mean? We don't need somebody to say that we married. You know what I mean? There's no girlfriends in the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's like what I say. I let to say I agree, and we need to redefine ourselves and get back to how we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Our culture.
All right, I got an interesting question after Steve goes. But Dizriz, what says you about what he said? What do you think about it?
Oh, you skipped over this.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Dizzle's name. Y'all starting with D's. If you would have kept it as Steve, I was good. But the D's is messing me up every
Hey,
time.
don't worry about it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Dizzle. Hey, Dizzle. Because this is not the first time I did this. I apologize. Dizzle. What do you think about what he said?
I definitely agree. As far as those times back then, I feel like the white man um, were bearing children to have boys just to take over their company or whatever business that they had. Versus we, I mean, on our side, yeah, we wanted boys, but if we, what I'm saying, we would just be perfectly happy with um, just a healthy baby, so we can install value, install morals, install, what I'm saying, family stuff and all that. We wasn't looking to, oh, we need a boy just to take over. No, we wanted to build build um, build a legacy, basically.
Okay. And Steve, Mr. Dizriz, what do you think about what he said?
I mean, I kind of agree with what he was saying, to a degree. But that's the thing. Like when you think about the song, like keeping up with the Joneses and shit like that, like is it worth it? Is it all cracked out? What you think is gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like Lee said earlier, the grass ain't always greener. You know what I'm saying? But trying to move to the suburbs and stuff like that. And I seen that firsthand. My father was a Chicago police officer, so he couldn't move out of in a certain zip code or couldn't go past a certain zip code. So he ended up buying the house back in shit. I was born in '79. I think we ended up getting the house in 80, 81, maybe, and we stayed there. And my father passed in that crib. You know what I'm saying? So, where he laid his head, that's where he wanted to stay. Regardless of what was going on. I'm gonna fuck you up this. Um, 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 yeah, like what I'm saying. Just it just became comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of like how it was in the '90s, in the late '80s, early '90s, with all the shootings, and now how it is now. like we still lived in that. You know what I'm saying? It just became the norm. You know what I'm saying? You knew what to do or where to go and where not to go. But you know, it is what it is. And I just use my dad as an example. Like he didn't run from, you know what I'm saying, whatever, regardless of if he was making money or not. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I have uncles that chose to move outside to the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, jump states to the suburbs type deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you make it big, you lie in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. I got an interesting question. I'm glad you're back, Queen B, because I wanted to hit you with it, especially as well. But I'm down to hear what Kay has to say. Kay, if you were you, and you wanted to have a marriage, right? What would your marriage look like if you had to write it? What would it look like?
For one, it would be a loving marriage. You know, we will learn how to work together. You know, try to build businesses together. Raise our kids. To where they don't have to rely on, getting a job, teach them, how to be entrepreneurs and think for themselves and just overall be a well-rounded family.
Okay. All right. Same question to you, Queen D. If he was talking about not having the traditional white concept of marriage, what would your melanated concept of marriage be? How would it look?
Two healthy, healed individuals coming together, loving each other, supporting each other, taking care of each other. Um, the male has his roles, the female has her roles. Um, Building together, having kids, teaching. Yep, that's pretty much it.
All right, all right. And Dizzle, Mr. 4K, what would, if you had a chance to recreate your what your family structure looked like, not going off of the traditional um Caucasian version, but your own rich melanated version, what would that look like?
I feel like Queen D said it best. Like, I mean, you can't. I don't think I can add any more to what she said. So
All right.
basically, what she said.
Perfect. Perfect. Diz ENT. If you had to
Is over rest.
if you had the ability, did I say that last time?
No,
Okay,
You know, you skip profit, right?
I know I did.
Yeah, I know what's going on. He says you gotta save me for
Thank you
last.
for playing that out. Playing that out, okay? Yes, I do. Mr. Disriz, ENT. If you had the opportunity, as a melanated and rich individual, what would be the makeup of your marriage?
the marriage that I'm in now, because I ain't doing it again.
Oh man, hey man, that sound good right there. That sound good right there. I wish I got the horns. It's a little too late for that. I'll bring them in next time though. That's why I miss about having the button. I could just push it and StreamYard need to get it together. Goose the Prophet.
See, I
Okay.
was gonna say that, but
Wait,
he
hold
didn't
on.
say the makeup. So Steve kind of cheating right now.
Hey, his answer is his answer now. You had the same opportunity to say what you wanted to say.
But that's not the makeup now.
Hey. He said he liked it the regular schmegular way. That's cool with him. I ain't mad at that. Now I'm gonna ask Mr. Goose the Prophet here. If you had an opportunity to construct your marriage in a way that you would like, without the confines of the colonizer, what would your makeup look like?
Man, I need a bitch that's gonna hold me down and don't hold me up. You did.
Okay.
Nah, nah,
Okay.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what I like. To be real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, work with me, not against me. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand on the oaths that we take. You know what I'm saying? That we vow before the creator. You understand what I'm saying? And we gotta have love, we gotta have loyalty, we gotta have honesty, we gotta have trust, and we gotta have respect. If we ain't got them things, then we just, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? It ain't gonna work.
Okay. All right. I thought you were gonna give a little different answer, but that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, for those that
Leave it alone,
don't
Steve. Yeah.
say what?
Not-
Oh, but for those that don't know, man, we have reached the end of the show. I would love to thank Prophet, 4K Dizzle, and Mr. DisRiz. I ain't let off the horn, but I thank for him for what he said. All right. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Thank you for everybody in the comment section as well. For stating your opinions and your points and giving us great perspectives, man. I love hearing from everybody. Thank you so much. I know it's a large number of people who just watch, who's a little voyager right there, but that's okay, man. However you get your kink, who am I to judge? All right, I'm just glad that you're here. You could have been anywhere else, and I appreciate you. All right, so without any further ado, K. Emil, do you have anything to say to the people before we get up out of here?
I just want to say thank you all for joining us tonight. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share. See y'all next week.
All right, there it is. There it is. You heard it live and direct from Miss K herself. All right, Miss Queen D, what you got for us?
Just want to thank everyone for the support, and we got King of Spades tomorrow and Queen of Spades on Wednesday, and peace, love, and unity. Y'all stay blessed.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Check out that King and the Queen, man. Check it out. It's hot. All right, and Goose the Prophet, man, what you got for us before we get up out of here?
I just want to say, right back ain't cheating is on the way. You know what I'm saying? July 23rd.
Check that
Crying
trailer
in the
out.
dark. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I put that trailer out. Y'all go check that out. We got Crying in the Dark, now streaming everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like Queen D said, King of Spades tomorrow, uh, and Queen of Spades on Wednesday. And just one more thing I want to clear up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I mean? When I was speaking about my ideal marriage, you know what I'm saying? I definitely was talking hypothetical because I think that the woman that I'm married to is I couldn't have made this up any better if I tried.
Oh, he cleaned it up. That's so sweet.
Yay. Wonderful speech, man. We all know about Queen D, man. We know about Queen D, how she get down.
Nah, Prophet is the prize.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
I know that's right. Go on, girl.
And
Black love, man. I love you, babe.
I hear that. Oh, y'all gonna make us cry over here. Queen Dizzle. Did you Dizzle? Did you want to go? Okay. All right, Dizzle. He did that.
I'm trying to be like y'all in my first marriage.
Oh my
Get your
goodness. Dizzle, sir, what do you got for us before we get up out of here, man?
And what are parental settings in this back room?
I know. I'm gonna have to take away his privilege.
Everybody have a blessed Sunday. Have a happy 4th of July. Come back with all your digits. And we'll see you tomorrow and on Wednesday.
Yes. Is the 4th is not on Wednesday, is it?
No, it's on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday. Okay. Hey, bet that. And Mr. Dizzle, man, last but definitely not least, do you got anything for us? I mean, god damn it, DisRiz, Mr. Diz.
What I'm fucking to.
This never happened before. Mr. DisRiz. Yeah,
that's why I changed. That's why
I be about to fuck it up sometime too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That's
why I start calling it 4K.
It's both like DI and then this is sound.
I'll fix it right now. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, there it goes. Mr. DisRiz himself, man. He got the ability. He got the power. You got anything for us before we get up out of here, man?
Man, like my shirt says, MILF. You know what I'm saying, man? I love freedom. Hey, keep thinking while it's still legal, man, because it looks like they're trying to break us down and trying to start up a new regimen. So you know what I'm saying, just keep thinking while it's still free and legal. Like Dizzle said, you know, the 4th coming up. Be safe. Make sure you come back with all your limbs if you're into celebrating these propaganda holidays.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. I hear that. It's goddamn pagan
Hashtag RBAC. Right back. Yes, Lord.
All right. Well, I
Appreciate
appreciate again the whole.
Yeah, I got you, Prophet. I got you.
Yes,
Thank the whole panel for coming through. Thank the people in the comment section that commented as well. Everybody that just watched. Everybody that hit the like button. If you donated as well, thank you so much. We are about to go on to TikTok. All right. So the handle for TikTok will be at, I think it's at AoS underscore podcast. If that doesn't work, just type in Ace of Spade podcast. Look for this logo, and you'll be in the right place once you see our shining faces. All right. And also, please don't forget to check out the King of Spades tomorrow and the Queen of Spades on Wednesday, as they said before. All right. Until next time. Kate, do you want to hit them with it?
Zip it up and zip it out.
Peace out. Yeah.